Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to part 5 of my look at jungle adventures. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this little Let's Play, we are taking a look at jungle adventures with some of my Sims from my Parenthood Let's Play. They weren't the main Sims, it was Mason, who was my main Sim's younger brother, and his father, and his fiance. So we have Mason, Joel, and Chloe, who was created by Lisabeesims, and I have the details down below. And it's just a little bit later from where we left off, and I had said at the end of the last part we had to uncover an artifact from a dirt clump for the archaeology scholar for Mason. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try. He's got lots because I think I went crazy and bought a ton from the vendors, because once you reach level 5 of the Salvadoradian culture skill, you uncover a secret wares menu from the vendors, and one of the things you can buy are dirt clumps, which you can also find by excavating. And once you get high enough in the archaeology skill, you can establish excavation sites, and then you get like lots of things from the dig piles, because it takes a lot longer to dig them up, but you get a lot from them versus like when you're lower, all you can is dig it up and you get one thing. So, and I have Joel over there is making some food. He's making one of the local dishes that he learned, because I thought maybe the others could learn it if they haven't learned it already. Let's take a look at it. It looks like it's I'm not going to be able to pronounce it probably. It's Repa Relena con Perico. And it is vegetarian safe. I don't know if they tell you that when you're ordering the food, but at least when you cook it, you can tell. So that's really good. And it is excellent. So he is out there eating. Mason's actually a little bit hungry himself, I noticed. So we'll probably get him to eat a little bit when he finishes doing his uncovering of this. And he will uncover it, and he will also authenticate it, because he is high enough in the archaeology skill. When they're higher, they uncover and then automatically go on to authenticating it. And poor Chloe is sleeping, and she still is. She's feeling icky from being stung by bees. Something isn't right. This icky feeling could either go away on its own or it could get worse. Only time will tell. Maybe acquiring an antidote would be the safest. So I'm going to see what he gets here, but I think I'm going to let once Mason figures out what this is, I'm going to let him eat and then probably go to sleep for the... Oh, he doesn't already. He doesn't ever have to sleep. I forgot, because I bought him the Never Weary when it was only 4,000 points, and it didn't work properly. And now it does work properly, so he's never weary, and he never needs to go to sleep, even though some of the others do have to go to sleep. But it looks like Joel, he's very energized from being near the Miskin Royal Bath. That's going to wear off really soon. He needs to have a shower, which I think we need to go upstairs, because we are staying at the dorm place, the place with like 8 beds. So it's like, it says it's an 8-bedroom place, but it's actually an 8-bed place, not 8-bedroom. And there is only 1 bathroom from the looks of it. So they're going to have to take turns. So I don't think I'd really want 8 Sims staying here, because I think it would be a little bit difficult with only 1 bathroom, unless I'm missing. Is there a bathroom on the ground floor? Yes, there is. I thought there was. I wasn't seeing it. So I was a little bit confused. So at least there's 2 bathrooms. It could be a lot worse. So what I think we're going to do is I'm going to have Mason just keep working on his archaeology skill over the night. So, see, he's done that. So now he needs to authenticate 3 artifacts. So hopefully this second part will do for that. And he has to survey for a dig pile, which I think he's high enough. Yes, he is. So he can do that. So he's just going to work on this through the night, because he can keep doing that while the others are sleeping. Well, maybe I'll put this in the fridge. And then in the morning when we get up, of course he's a scientist, so he can transform things because he has a sim ray in his inventory. That's 5 days. I left that out longer, so it's going to go bad sooner. So we're going to let him eat. So we're going to have him work on that. They're going to sleep. And then what we're going to do is in the morning, we're going to go back to the marketplace and try and see about getting an antidote for poor Chloe. And then we're going to go do some more exploring, but we'll do that first. So I'll be back. Unless something really exciting happens, I'll be back in the morning. It's morning and Chloe is up. She was quite hungry, so I'm having her eat the food that Joel made last night. She also needed some fun, so I'm having her listen to the music over here, because this place comes with a radio. And yeah, so she still is feeling icky. She's got 2 hours left of this, so what like I said, what I'm thinking of doing is going over and trying to get the antidote, and we'll wait and see whether she gets worse before she actually takes it. But I think you can only buy the antidote. Oh, look, she has the rare jeweled gold perica. I guess that's, I mean, obviously it looks like a frog. And it's worth 10,000 simoleons, so that's quite a lot. I'm sure their bills are going to be through the roof. So why don't you clean that up? There's actually a dish out there that needs to be cleaned up too, but we can do that probably later. So, and Mason has authenticated the 2 of the 3 he needs to. The first one that he uncovered ended up being a counterfeit, so it was common, and then this one is uncommon, but it's poor quality, so the turquoise mask of cause. So he just needs to finish... Oh, I'm on the wrong sim. He just needs to authenticate 1 more artifact, which he's working on right now. And I sent him outside to survey for a dig pile, but there wasn't anything there. He didn't find anything, but at least he got it ticked off. So that's all I was trying to do. So hopefully he's almost finished this. Yes, he did. And it is poor, also worth 157. So we're just gonna... I guess the problem with sticking it over there is that they have less room for oh, I can put it there. So I'm gonna take them over to the cantina, and let's see. Yep, she still is dazed. 23 minutes. It might be gone by the time we get there, but I'm gonna go try taking them to the cantina, so we'll see you when we get there. Well, they're here, but there doesn't seem to be anybody at the tables when I looked, and that's who I believe you need. Like, there's things stocked on the tables, but nobody's actually on the tables. She has 21 minutes. It was 23, but I looked around and let people move around a little bit first. So why don't we have her come here and show respect and see what happens with that. We got some royalties. It's almost worn off, so we'll see whether it goes away. So then I gave her a moodlet. Madra Kaseka's inspiration from showing respect. It exudes confidence. If she could found and build up Salvadorada, then Chloe can tackle anything this jungle throws at her. Okay, interesting. I haven't actually done that bit before. So she puts her hand on it, and actually she doesn't have the thing anymore, but she does. I just couldn't see it. 4 minutes, and I can see she's totally still got the spots on her. Now, are you coming? Can we ask you? Are you close by? No. Yeah, we probably actually need to do a introduction first. I think you need to know them before you can ask for the antidote. But I don't know if you need to... Oh, she wasn't, so it's gotten worse. So it has gotten worse. So can we do our introduction? And do we have spider repellent? I wonder how much spider repellent we have in our inventory. She got an issue. She had an issue with bees is what she had an issue with. We don't really need... Well, I took a look and I didn't really see any, so I'm also going to have her buy, if we can, some of this spider. So she's a dance machine, cheerful and good, is Valerie. I don't seem to be able to buy it. So we are going to see now if there is the option for an antidote. But does she actually have... You need to have the bone dust in your inventory, which I wasn't looking for when I was looking for the spider repellent. I don't see any. So I'm going to go here and go and buy supplies and secret wares, since she has maxed her skill, her local culture skill. Oh, really high bills. Not a big surprise given how much they have in their inventory. But luckily they have oodles and oodles of money. Or they have enough. She does have bone dust in her inventory. I'm just looking here. Is there anything she really needs? Not really, because I think we bought most of the things. We already bought that, so I'm going to try again. And she's got the grilled cheese ready to eat. Lots of machetes and Yeah, she doesn't really need anything. And then these lanterns, they are with this pack, because I've noticed them in the ruins. So let's try again. Let's see. Can we go friendly? And look for... There it is. Ask for Antidote. What did we get 20 simoleons for? I don't know. Is someone playing an instrument? Because they're pretty good with their instruments. Take this antidote that I made with the bone dust you provided. Can we get another one? Can we have another one to have in our inventory? Yeah, let's try another one. Let's get a spare. Hopefully they don't go bad, but then it doesn't really cost anything. The bone dust is like dirt cheap when you buy it, and then plus you can find it too. So did we get a second? We did. So can we buy? Let's buy some of this spider repellent. She may need it. And liquid rush, she may as well, even though I don't know how useful it is. It doesn't actually fill them fully. In terms of their energy, it just gives them like a little bit. And we'll do another one of these for her. So, because of course, Mason doesn't need it at all. So we're going to buy that, and then we're going to have her take the antidote, and we're going to see what happens. So here's what she looks like before the antidote. All covered in spots. And we're going to chug the antidote. I think you need to be sick to be able to get the antidote, which is why I tried to get another one while we were at it. So chug it. Chug-a-lug. I had one sim who took the antidote and she turned into a skeleton. But then I had another one do it and they didn't. This is all that happened. It made the illness go away. But she was cursed. The sim who turned into a skeleton, had been cursed, like she had been shocked. Like electric shock or something like that. It wasn't from like bees or anything like that, so maybe that's what made the difference. I'm not really sure, but the very first time I had a sim take an antidote, they turned into a skeleton. So we are all, she's cured, and let's check their needs. I think we will let me see what's Mason's. He needs some fun and some social. Let's not talk to an alien. You don't really need to be abducted again. I'm going to do a cheerful introduction, because I think you had a whim here to chat about Salvadoradian culture, so we can see if we can do that. And help your... Oh, we did get money from him. He's playing the violin. So he's a dog lover, non-committal, and self-assured. So we are going to try and see if we can find I wonder if it's any of these options will count for that. We're going to look and see if what other options. Because he's already maxed, so it's not like it really matters. We'll ask about the Omniscient ruins. So he wants to chat about... So inquire about local myths, discuss local heritage, or chat about local sites from friendly. So are those all the ones you can do? Yeah, it looks like it, because what we've asked doesn't seem to be ticking it off at all. So let's take a look and see if we can find one of those ones. There are local myths. Now we asked about the ruins, and that didn't really help. Chat about local sites. I think that was one of the ones that they mentioned. Yep, it worked. The Omniscient built traps into their temple. They didn't intend for the traps to keep everyone out. If you've honed your mind and body, it disappeared. You can easily get past some of the traps. Okay. All right. So we are going to take them back exploring, and I will see you when we get to the park that has the entrance. I actually ended up sending them home because they're in the same neighborhood as where the entrance is, and now they are through because it's already unlocked from when they came before. And this one off to the left here says we need to wait for another time, so we can't go through there. I don't know if I've actually ever been through there, because I've been concentrating more on the temple when I play on my own. So we have over here, we have a dig site. So I'm going to have Mason establish an excavation site since he's able to do that. And then, let me look. Have we already gone through here? We have. And then what I'm going to have Chloe do is just travel through. And then the same with Joel. Actually, we'll keep Joel here for now because he needs to excavate 3 dig piles or excavation sites. And they can always come through after, as long as we're not going to a spot that is, you know, once we go to the temple, then we're going to try and go all together is what we'll do. So hurry up and finish that, please. Good, good, good. Yeah, I don't want to have Chloe and Joel be here together, because I've done that where I've had other people who aren't in a relationship, and because it's flirty, because they get flirty from the falls, they start flirting with each other, which I don't really want to have happen. So did I have you excavate? No, you're viewing. And did I have you excavate? Yes. So you're going to go through here yourself, and then let's go check in on Chloe and what she's doing. She's over on the other side of it. And let's take a look here. Now we've been through a few of these. This one is locked. We've been through there. And that would like open in another time. They just randomly have some locked is what I've noticed. And here is the one for the temple. I'm quite sure. So we're going to have Mason. He needs to find an area off the path, so hopefully this will count. I'm not sure. So we're going to clear it with hands because he's maxed, if I remember correctly, his gardening skill. He has indeed. And his archaeology is almost 7, not quite. Charisma, it's also good to have these up because then when they come up with the pop-ups, you can take a look at what they are. But I think he's actually maxed pretty much all of the skills that you would need for this pack, because you need to have high charisma, comes up sometimes, not so much with these. High fishing does come up here. The gardening is obviously something. Handiness, the archaeology, which he hasn't maxed, of course. Logic he's maxed, and I mean he's maxed other things, and rocket science. Those are things that I noticed coming up. And if I'm missing anything, oh well, I'm just missing something. So let's hope that this counts for his finding an area off the path, because that would be really, really good if he got this part completed before we get into the temple, because he can easily examine the 3 traps. And then one of the next ones is like to get some... And we're only on 1. What is next? No, actually it won't really help because he needs to fend off attacks, of course, which he hasn't done yet. We became friends with Ignacio Castaneda. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that properly. I'm probably not. So let's see. What pop-up are we going to get for him in terms of the message? There we go. Suddenly sloths. As Mason rounds the corner, there's a stillness in the air. He looks up and notices a bed of sloths watching him. Mason is distracted for a moment and walks into a low-hanging branch, releasing a small band of fiery flies, which fly at the sloths and begin to bother them, scorching their fur and spots. What should he do? So we can let nature be, which I'm not going to do. Distract the flies with a dance, and that's higher Salvadoradian culture skill leads to better results, which of course he's maxed that, and he can miss the flies, which you can do because he has the fire quencher. But since he's maxed his Salvadoradian culture skill, I'm going to do that one, the distract with a dance. So he starts making a noise as he embarks on a local dance, hoping to distract the flies from the sloths. The moves work as the flies are confused by the whirling figure below and decide to fly off. A moment later, a crystal drops from the trees, and as Mason looks up and locks eyes with one especially friendly sloth, it winks back at him. So we are going to travel to the temple, and we will bring them with us, because that is what I want to do. So I'll see you when we get there on the other side. Unfortunately, that didn't count as an area off the path. That's just, I guess, the path, I suppose. So we are going to go here and take a look. I wonder which configuration of the temple. It's all closed. It always looks the same from the outside. And there's a dig pile. So actually, why don't we have him go establish an excavation site so that they can do some digging. So he didn't do any excavating, I guess, from the last one, did Joel. And I'm not going to keep them together because they're all flirty. Of course, Mason and Joel can be together because they're father and son, so they're not going to flirt with each other. But you can never tell with anybody else. So what's he doing? He's viewing the tree of emotions. So why don't you view? Why don't you actually harvest? See, why doesn't Chloe harvest it? Because I don't know that she's maxed her gardening skill. And once, and why don't you come over here and be ready to do some digging. But we're here at the temple. I think what we're going to do is leave it here, and we will explore it in the next part, or else this part is going to go on much too long. So stay tuned for next part to see what configuration we got for this temple. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.